Hello, my wonderful Virgos. I hope you all are doing amazing. Today, I'm going to be tapping into the energies of your love life. So, it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So, pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay. For my Virgos, please. Okay, so we have two cards, guys. The first card is luck, okay? Something coming in for you, very unexpected. Maybe there's some sort of return pertaining to your finances. I understand this is a love reading, guys, but I just feel like there's some sort of abundance or some sort of positive news coming in for you that you just did not expect here. Okay, this person could also be viewing you as someone who's either attaining a lot of success, things working out in your favor, that sort of thing. And then we have teamwork. Okay, so the mutual energy here is pretty much focused on coming together. Okay, so in the past, why were we not able to see eye to eye, or now trying to get things off the ground here if it's a fairly new connection? So let's see, because we're going to clarify these energies. Release. Okay. Some of you feel that you have to either be the bigger person in the situation, or you're rising above a situation that once upon a time you were very protective over it. Okay, so some of you could be emotionally detaching. Maybe you feel like you were very patient, but then you feel like you were patient to an extent, right? There's something here you're getting very tired of, and you feel like you need to let go of it in order to rise above. Someone could be spying on you here with the curiosity card, someone wondering what you're up to, potentially even keeping tabs on you. Let's see. King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So you could be involved with the water sign, okay, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But how I see it here is this is someone who was possibly not emotionally available in the past, and they're wanting to express their emotions to you now. Split the deck, Six of Wands. This is someone who wants to have victory with you. They want a successful ending here. Okay, this is someone who's very passionate about you, and I keep getting that this is someone who has had emotions for you for a long time, but they have not expressed this to you in the past. This is someone who wants to be more open with you now. Okay, let's see. You're putting an end to something here, Virgo. You've set very clear boundaries here, and the reason why you put an end to something is because you're ready for change. You're undergoing some sort of transformation, specifically pertaining to internal changes. The way you view the situation, the way you view your love life, what you're willing to tolerate, not willing to settle for anything that is not meeting your expectations here. Some of you may be involved with the Scorpio, but how I see it here, Virgo, is that you're leaving an old way of thinking or being behind, okay? And you're undergoing massive changes. There's something here that you thought you weren't able to get over, and you're completely over it, or you're on your way to getting over it. And how you would know what this is, it's weighed very heavily on you for some time, where it felt like, when am I going to get over this? When is this repetitive cycle going to be over? So again, massive change. My apologies, guys. There's renovations going on in my building here. Two of Pentacles. You want this person to clearly decide what it is that they desire. You don't want them to go back and forth in their mind. Here's what I see. In the past, if this person was indecisive, when they come forward, or if they're communicating to you right now, you're the one who's kind of going back and forth in a sense of, do I really want to do this again? Do I believe you this time around? Right? Or do I just want to close out this cycle? So what I'm telling you, Virgo, is the ball is in your court. Someone here is now feeling exactly how you felt when you felt misunderstood. That's going to resonate with each of you differently. But when you felt misunderstood in this connection and you felt alone and you felt like this person wasn't hearing you out, that's how they feel now. I don't think you're doing it, on purpose, but I think that it's an energy of what goes around comes around. They feel like you're no longer operating from a vulnerable state. They feel like you're at a space where you're open to hearing them out, but again, you're not replying to them the same way. They feel like you're not interested as much as you were in the past. There's a lot of questioning pertaining to how you feel or your emotions. They're going back and forth in their mind about how to work on things with you, how you guys can come together. Some of you want this person to clearly decide and communicate. You don't want to be in that wishy-washy energy. You don't want to play that guessing game with this person. Wow. Not to sound too repetitive here, but there are massive changes coming in for you, Virgo, especially with the Magician here. You're manifesting something brand new. You could have expressed to this person like something that you wanted or a goal that you had, and they could be watching it come into fruition for you. Like they're viewing you to not only be in a very stable energy, but just someone who doesn't care as much as you used to. And if you still do care, well, then you're doing a good job at keeping your emotions intact, because this is your person's perception of you, right? Now, this could be an Aquarius, Gemini, Virgo, another Virgo that you're dealing with here, but I just feel like this person is trying to manifest some sort of new opportunity, some sort of new beginning here. They're trying their best to release the old, but they're holding on to something that they're very protective over. Like this person could have an emotional attachment to how things used to be, right? There's something that they're attached to here that they're having a hard time releasing. But on the other hand, you feel like this very thing needs to be released in order to have a new beginning. So pretty much what I'm picking up on, Virgo, is one of you are more open to change, okay? And there's another party here who is, there's some sort of resistance when it comes to change. Like some of you are in this energy of it's not my job to fix you. Like if you want this bad enough, you'll do what it takes. You wouldn't be juggling. You wouldn't be going back and forth. Attachments, addictions, they're very hard to overcome. But if you want this commitment, if you want to, have, your end all be all with me, then you should be willing to make the changes. Yeah, guys, they view you in a very fruitful energy. Holding back from you, even though they want so much progress, could be a Leo or a Cancer. But with that Nine of Pentacles, I just feel like this person is viewing you as someone where you're, people are like a bonus in your life. They feel like you don't pay attention to them as much, that you don't respond to them the same way. You don't care as much. That's just how they view you. And it could be because, again, you've elevated, you're above a situation. You don't view this person in the same light. You feel like you're at a place where you're not going to beg this person for attention. You're not going to ask them for the bare minimum, right? It's like, it's common sense. It's either a two-way street or I'm not going to invest in this. Death card. And if I didn't mention already, guys, you guys could be dealing with the Scorpio. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, someone who wants to cheer you up, make it up to you, but they feel like you're more focused on what's working out for you at this time. They can even view you to be like a very busy individual. But with that Seven of Pentacles energy, what this person's observing is how things came to an end. They could be reading like the last conversation that you guys had. Or they could be, remembering the last conversation you guys had if it was, over phone or in person. But it's someone who's analyzing why things came to an end and everything that occurred leading up to some sort of separation or disagreement. Now they're realizing what they could have done differently. And how this person views the situation, like the reason why it's so hard for them to give up on it is because even though things may not be going their way or your way right now, they feel like it wasn't like that all the time. Like they understand that you guys go through difficult times, but they also know that you guys face some of the most positive times together as well. Because the Seven of Pentacles is focusing on what worked and what didn't, which means certain things here were fine. Certain things did work out. There was just other things that didn't. So at this point, is it the negatives that outweigh the positive? Or is it the positives that outweigh the negative? Let's see, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, they want to heal this, Virgo, with the Star card here. Some of you may be involved with an Aquarius here, but they have faith, they have hope in order to restore this. And where they derive this hope from is the times that things were actually smooth sailing, the times that things actually worked. This is someone who's trying to focus more on the positive than the negative. Are they aware that you guys were not able to see eye to eye on things? Yeah, absolutely. Are they aware of their mistakes? Absolutely. But in order to move forward, you know, again, where they're deriving a sense of faith or hope from is the times that things were actually working out. They don't want to look at the situation like it's something they can't fix. Two of Pentacles. They want to apologize, Virgo. Knight of Cups. They want to apologize for being indecisive. They want to apologize for being very back and forth. And this could have also been a very on and off connection, like where, you know, everything was fine. And then after, like, if you guys don't agree on something, it always leads to a separation. Or when this person's upset about something, they don't communicate it to you. They just avoid it. There's a lot of fickle energy here that this person wants to apologize for. So this could be an unexpected apology followed up by an emotional confession here. Okay, but this person feels bad for treating you unfairly. They feel bad for not being as stable as you were. I feel like for some of you, even though this person was in and out, you were always there when they came back, in a sense of you were trying to understand where they were coming from. You were trying to be patient with them out of the kindness of your heart until you got tired of it. And this person's realizing, hey, Virgo did not have to be that patient with me. You know, when I was being fickle and I was being in and out, like, here's what I will say, Virgo. I feel like for some of you, this person feels like you tolerated their behavior when, like, if it was the other way around, they wouldn't have tolerated it. That's why they view you to be like a very nurturing individual, someone who's extremely patient. Knight of Cups. And Virgo, some of you feel like you've always looked at the positive side of this connection, but because of the lack of change, you had to stop doing that. Does that make sense, Virgo? Like, in a sense of, okay, I'm going to look at the positive side of things, but then there's no changes being made. If I continue just holding on to the positive, I'm not really focusing on the reality of it. Like, you had to get to a point where you're like, okay, yeah, things are optimistic here. They can be at an optimistic space, but if this person's not meeting me halfway, I'm not going to keep telling myself that. Knight of Cups. The Hermit, which is your card, Virgo. And the Knight of Pentacles. Moving closer to you slowly but surely. That's what I see here, guys. They do feel like you're in a period of solitude. Like, they can't figure you out right now, Virgo, is what I'm picking up on. What they want to do is apologize to you for not realizing your worth, or for not, again, making things feel one-sided. But with the Knight of Pentacles, it's someone who's very premeditated. They feel like they need to be very careful at this time. This could be a Taurus, okay? Maybe a Capricorn, or like another Virgo like yourself, as I mentioned. But it's someone who's moving very slowly towards you because they feel like they need to think about all the outcomes, or they need to think about what they say, and they need to approach you in a correct manner. It's almost someone who feels like they have one last chance to get it right. What's the Magician? Also, they view you guys to be very smart in a sense of, like, you know, like, if someone wrongs you once, or something occurs in your life, you always learn from it. Like, you don't repeat the same cycle twice. Like, you learn from it, you grow from it, you move on from it. Right? So and that's the Hermit energy, right? Like, things being illuminated to you, even in a period of darkness, you're somehow able to find the truth, right? Even in a period of darkness, you don't give up, right? You wait and you walk until you find the light at the end of the tunnel. They see you as very strong, yes, but someone who's very wise. Like, you don't just go through things, you, like, grow through them, you know, your mistakes, your, you know, other people's wrongdoings. You don't hold it against yourself or them, but you learn from it and you don't make that mistake again. So they, again, view you to be a very wise, you know, like, intellectual individual here. The Magician. Page of Wands, Knight of Wands. I see a message. Maybe they're already communicating with you as you're watching my reading here. But with the Knight of Wands and Page of Wands, there's someone who is wanting a brand new start. This is someone who's rushing in. We have 2 knights here, so it could be very unexpected, very quick, right? Feeling very passionate about you guys. You guys can read in between the lines of that, but I just feel like with the Page of Wands, it's someone who wants to relearn you. They want to forget about the past and they want to relearn, these internal changes that you've made, how to love you correctly. Anything that they were closed off to, they're willing to learn now. Now, their immediate next steps would probably be rushing in with communication. So let's see what they're going to say here. Yeah, bottom of the deck. Look at this, guys. 4 Swords, 10 of Cups. While they're in this period of either separation, rest, or only communicating with you on surface level, they're thinking about a commitment. They're thinking about the fact that you bring them emotional fulfillment. What do they want to tell Virgo? We have another page here. A lot of spying going on, guys, okay? So here's what I see. They will tell you what they are assuming about you, okay? This is going to vary. If they, generic example, if they seen on your social media, you posted something about a new job, that's what they'll bring up. If you posted you going out with friends, that's what they would bring up. Like something that they have viewed on your social media or heard from word of mouth, that's what they would start the conversation by saying, because this person's doing a lot of spying. They're keeping a lot of tabs on you. What exactly is the Page of Swords? There could be some sort of age gap here, Virgo. Some of you may be involved with an earth sign here with fire placements, like their earth could be their sun, and then the fire could be moon, rising, maybe air. 4 of Cups. They're going to apologize for being very nonchalant in the past here, and they can also tell you that they're very focused on their wrongdoings of the past, because this is someone where whatever opportunity presents itself right now, they're not interested because they're focused on the past. Okay, this is also someone where they're trying their best to let go of something that no longer serves them. So they could be telling you that they're working towards letting go of a thinking pattern or an addiction. Probably not in those exact words, guys, but they're working towards letting go of something that they no longer have the taste for, right? Because the 4 of Cups is essentially like losing your taste for like wine and then being upset about it. Right? So something that you don't even want any longer, something that doesn't serve you any longer, but you're still holding on to it emotionally. And that's going to vary because it's a general read, but your person is trying to let go of something that doesn't serve them. Okay. So my wonderful Virgos, that is what I'm getting for you this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.